IBPS PO Prelim. Now in this paper number 34, question number 66 onwards. Now 66 to 70, tell me it comes under the first or the second priority. And definitely under the first priority because it comes under square table. Now in this square table, how many persons are there? Now there are some 8 persons seated around a square table. And 4 at the centers and 4 at the corners. Now the persons who are at the corners are facing away from the center. And those who are sitting at the centers are facing towards the center. Mandega the information. Now corners are away from the center and centers are facing towards the center. Then C sits out to the left of D. Where is the C? Now C is seated out to the left of D. Now C is seated out to the left hand side of D. And 2 people between B and D. In between B and E, how many? There are exactly 2 people. And next one, E sits second to the right of F. F is here. Now E sits second to the right of F. And next one, B sits adjacent to neither D nor facing the center. B sits adjacent to neither D nor facing the center. As B is not facing the center, hence B must be away from the center. Now B is away from the center. As B is away from the center, then how many possibilities we have here? Now B is away from the center, the persons who are sitting at the corners are facing away from the center. And centers are facing towards the center. I mean, they got the information. Now B is facing away from the center means, now how many persons are away from the center? 4. And among these 4, we need to fix this B at one of the corners. Now B is here, then C sits out to the left of D. C is out to the left of D. And there are 2 people between B and E. B and E, there are exactly 2 people. And E sits second to the right of F. And E is seated second to the right of F. As B is here, there are 2 people between B and E. Then where can you have this E here? Now B and E, there are exactly 2 people. Now 2 people between B and E. B and E, now 2 people between B and E. Now E can be here, that is one other possibility. Then what is the other possibility we have? Either B can be either, E can be either left hand side of B or to the right hand side. And left hand side or right hand side. Now in this case, persons are away from the center at the corners and centers are facing towards the center. Now B is here. Now in the first case, we have taken E is to the left hand side. Now in the next case, we have taken B is to the right hand side. And there are 2 persons between B and E. And E sits second to the right of F. As E is seated second to the right of F, F must be here. As E is seated second to the right of F, now E is seated second to the right of F, F is here. And E is seated second to the right of F. And there are 2 persons between B and E. Then B sits adjacent to neither D. B is not adjacent to D. D cannot be here, cannot be here. And B is not adjacent to D and nor facing the center. H is adjacent to F. And H and F are adjacent to each other. Now H, there are 2 different possibilities for this H. And H and F are adjacent. G sits out to the left of E. Now G is out to the left of A. Who sits adjacent to B and H? Now A is adjacent to B and H. H is here. A is adjacent to both these 2 persons. Now A is adjacent to both B and H. As A is adjacent to both B and H, here F is adjacent to both B and H but not A. And this case is completely ruled out. Now we are left with only one case. Then, now what is the other information we have? Now D and C. Then G sits out to the left of E. G is seated out to the left of E. G is here. Now G is here. Now the relation between C and D. Now D cannot be at this place. Then D must be here. Now D is here. Now C sits out to the left of D. This is the final arrangement. Done? Now question number 66 to 70. Now these 5 questions are based on the same information. Same arrangement. Then 71 to 73 first or the second priority. And definitely under the first priority. And 71 to 73 comes under sequence. Now here in this sequence, how many such numbers are there? The question is about what? Number. How many such numbers are there? How many such numbers are there? And each of which is immediately followed by symbol and preceded by letter. and the sequence must be letter, number and a symbol. Letter, number and a symbol. Letter, number and a symbol, this is one such case. And next one, letter, O is a letter, 4 is a number and a symbol. Letter, number and a symbol. And immediately before this symbol, you need to have a number. Then letter, number and a symbol is ruled out. Letter, number and a symbol. And how many are there of such type? Only one. One that is given in choice to 71. Then 72, if all the symbols are dropped from the above arrangement. What are to be dropped here? All the symbols are dropped from the above arrangement. Which of the following will be 13th from the left? Now 13th from the left hand side without the symbols. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What is the answer? T, that is choice for 72. The next one, 73, which of the following element is exact between E and the second A from right hand? Second A from the right hand, this is first A and this is the second A. Now between E and the second A. E and second A. What is the question we have? How many? Which of the following is exact between? Now where is this E here? E is at this place. Now between these two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is nothing but fourth element is exactly between. And fourth element, that is J, choice 3, question number 73. Then 74, there are some 7 people and seated in a row facing towards some north and some south is given. Now 7 persons are there and some of them are facing towards north and some of them are facing towards south. Then N sits 4 through the right of Q. Where is this N? N is seated 4 through the right of Q. Now Q is here. N is seated 4 through the right of Q. Done? Then only one person between L and Q. L and Q, there is exactly one person. M sits out to the right of K. Now K is here and M is seated out to the right of K. K is facing towards north. As K is facing towards north, the next one, and the immediate neighbors of M face opposite. M's neighbors, opposite direction. And P sits second to the right of O. O is here. Now P sits second to the right of O. O who sits out to the left of L. P sits second to the right. And O is out to the left of whom? Out to the left of L. The next one, the immediate neighbors of P face opposite. P's neighbors, opposite. Now P's neighbors are opposite directions. And M is facing the same direction as N. M and N, same direction. Next one, P and M are facing opposite. P, M are opposite. P and M opposite direction. And only one person between K and M. Now K and N, there is exactly one person. Now if you observe here, there is no definite information given regarding the sitting position of any person, isn't it? Then tell me what we need to do. I'm going to start here. Now direction is given regarding only one person. And regarding K, as K is here, now K is facing towards north, and 1, 2, M will be here. Mean there is a possibility? M is seated second. The next one, M is seated, M's neighbor, M and N. Then Q and N, if you observe here. What is the next information we need to take here? Then M's neighbors are opposite, O and P, O and L. Then Q and N. Now Q and N, now Q and N. Now P and M, K and N. Now K and N, there is exactly one person. As K and N, there must be exactly one person. Can you take N at this place? That is one possible. Clear? Then what is the other possibility we have? K is here. Then 1, 2, M will be here. Then N will be here. This is the second possibility. Now 2 possibilities we have. Then in this one, now K and N. Now N is seated 4 through the right of Q. As N is seated 4 through the right of Q. Now in this case, 4 through the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 persons were already done. And there should be one person either to the left hand side of N or right hand side of M. Isn't it? Only one person. Now here, hence we cannot have Q towards this side. As you cannot have Q at this place, then next one, now you need to have Q towards the right hand side. Then in this one between Q and N, how many persons are there? There must be exactly 3. 1, 2, 3. And where should this Q? Q must be here. Now Q is here. N is seated 4 through the right of Q. Q must be facing towards south. Then only N is 4 through the right of Q. Then Q and N were done. Then next one, L and Q, there is exactly one person. L and Q, there is exactly one person. Right hand side is not possible, left hand side. Now if you observe here, how many persons are there? 7 persons were there. Now let us start with this 7 persons. N, blank K, blank Q, and next one M and L. Then in this case, now Q is facing south. Then K is facing towards north. L and Q, there is exactly 1 person. And next one, P is seated second to the right of O. And next one, O is seated third to the left of L. And so must be here, third to the left of L must be facing towards north. Then only O is third to the left of L. And P is seated second to the right of O. Now P is here seated second to the right of O is facing south. Done. Now this is also been done. And next one, P and M are opposite directions. P and M, P's neighbors are opposite directions. Now K is facing towards north, the other neighbor N is facing towards south. P's neighbors opposite. Then K and N, there is exactly 1 person that has been done. And M and N are facing the same direction, N is south, M is also south. And P and M opposite direction, M is south, P is north. Now this is the final arrangement we have. Done? Now this is about question number 74 to 78. Then 79 onwards. First are the second priority. 79. Now 79 and 80, 79 to 81, 3 questions given under inequalities. Inequalities always under the first priority. Then the relation between C and N. Now C is here, N is here. Now between these two, tell me, there are 2 opposite symbols, there is no relation, isn't it? And next one, G and K. Now K is here, G is here, G to K, G lesser than or equals to K, definitely true. And only 2 follows, and only 2, choice 2, question number 79. Then coming to this 88, now in this 80, W and M, M and W. And both the conclusions are in between the same letters. One is less than, then M lesser than or equals to W is nothing but W greater than or equals to M. And again between W and M, there are 3 opposite symbols, 3 symbols. M is here, W is here. There is 1 greater than, 1 less than, opposite symbol. And among these 3 symbols, 1 must always be true. Then what is your answer? Either 1 or 2, choice 3. Then 81, N and V. N is here and V is here between N and V. N lesser than or equals to V. And again, and O and U cannot be related to each other, isn't it? And O lesser than or equals to U, but not only equals. N is lesser than or equals to V, but not only lesser than. Then what is your answer? Neither 1 nor 2. Neither 1 nor 2, choice for question number 81. No, sir? No, sir. Now in this one, N is here, then O and U, if you observe here, now U and V are one and the same. And in the place of U, you can take it as V, isn't it? That means N and O both are one and the same. And in the place of O, you can take it as N. Then what is the information we have from N to V? N is either lesser than or equals to V. And first one is lesser than, second is equals to, and it's either 1 or 2, choice 3. Done with this? 81, choice 3. Then 82 onwards, there are some 7 people and lives on 7 different floors of a building. And there is a parameter added to this one. As parameter is added, first are the second priority. Second priority. Now 7 persons are staying on these 7 different floors. Now 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. And 7 persons, and each one of them, only 1 person also, each one belongs to different state. 7 persons, and they belong to 7 different states were given. Then coming to condition number 1 in this. Now in condition number 1, S lives on an even numbered floor. And there are only 3 persons live between S and Nagaland. Now if S is here and S and Nagaland are how many people? There are exactly 3 people. Then can we have S at this place? Now if S is on the 4th floor, 3 people between S and Nagaland is not possible. Hence S cannot be on the 4th floor. The other possibility is S must be on the 2nd floor. Now if S is on the 2nd floor and the one who belongs to Nagaland lives on the 6th floor. Then only 2 people live between V and Kerala. Now between Kerala and V, how many people? There are exactly 2 people. And the one who belongs to Kerala lives above T. Now Kerala and lives above whom? Lives above T. And U belongs to Goa, lives 2 floors below T. Now U belongs to what? U belongs to Goa. And U belongs to Goa lives 2 floors below T. And T belongs to neither Nagaland nor Kerala. Now T, neither Nagaland nor to Kerala. Anyhow, and T cannot be Kerala because Kerala lives above the person T. Isn't it? And next one, R belongs to Punjab, lives just above Q. R Punjab, and this person just lives above Q, R and Q were together. And there are only 3 persons live between Assam and the one Haryana. Now Assam and Haryana, how many people? There are exactly 3 people. And R belongs to Punjab. And 3 people, Assam and the one belongs. V belongs to Haryana. Now who belongs to Haryana here? Now V belongs to Haryana. The next one, P lives above the one Manipur. Now P is above the one Manipur. And as many people and live above Q, below Q. Above Q, below Q is nothing but Q must be on the 4th floor. As Q is on the 4th floor here, then between Kerala and V, how many people? We need to have exactly 2 people. And 1, 2. And Kerala and V, there are exactly 2 people. As Kerala and V, there are exactly 2 people here, then what are the possibilities we have? And Kerala and V, and you cannot have V and U in the same place. Now let us take for example, now this person, Kerala and T, they are adjacent to each other, as of now. My iddaru pakka pakkana unnaru anukondi. Undappudu emoutundi cheppandi? And V cannot be here. Clear? As V cannot be here, then V must be before this one. V before this one ante entamandi undali? 2 people. But 2 people ante 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 persons were there. Isn't it? Hence V must be at the top floor. Now V is on the top floor here. The next one after this V, there are 2 persons. Now this person is Kerala, and next to Kerala, and there is a T, blank, and a U, and U belongs to Goa. Then R, whatever this R Punjab. R is Punjab, immediately above this Q. Then who is the person left over here? And P is the person that is left over. Done? Now R and Q. Assam and Haryana, there are exactly 3 people. Now if Assam or Haryana 1, 2, 3, the other person must be here, Assam or Haryana. The next one, P is above this Manipur, and this person must be Manipur. And if it is Manipur here, and V is from Haryana. And if V is from Haryana, and this is from Assam, this is the final arrangement. Done? Now question numbers 82 to 86. Then 87 onwards comes under which category? First or the second? Now directions always comes under the first priority. Now question number 87 onwards, 87 to 89. Now in this question number 87, Mr. A starts walking from point M. A started walking from where? From point M and walks 5 meters east. Now this is A, started from where? From point M and walks how many meters? 5 meters towards east and to reach point N. From N he takes right turn and walks 7 meters and to reach point R. And from there he takes left turn and walks how many meters? 3 meters. And 3 meters then to reach to point P. And then he takes right turn and walks 4 meters and 4 meters to reach to point Q. Then from Q he walks 5 meters east. From here again. Now how many? How much? 5 meters. Now to reach to point? Now to reach to point? Yes. Now from S and then he takes left turn and walks 9 meters. 9 meters means this is 4 and next one how much more? 5 and to reach to point T. From this point he takes left turn and walks 5 meters. From here and left hand side 5 meters and to reach to point W. From W 8 meters north. And out of this 7, now how much completed? 5. Now 2 more and 6 and to reach to point V. This is the final diagram. Then, now which direction is W with respect to N? Now W with respect to N, where is this W? W is here. To reach to W, first we need to move towards south and east, southeast. Now southeast choice to question number 87. And 88, now shortest distance between M and V. M is here, V is here, we need to find out this one. To find out this distance, how much is your 5 plus 3, 8. 8 and 6. 8 square plus 6 square, how much? 10 meters, choice for 88. Then 89, odd one out. P and V. Now P is south of V, M and S. Now whatever this, M is to the northwest of S, V and T, and V is to the northwest of T. Then what is your answer here? Choice 1 is the answer. They were in a vertical straight line, 89. Then 90 onwards, 90 to 94. Now here in this one, there are some 9 persons born in 9 different months. 9 persons born in 9 different months. First or the second priority? 9 persons, second priority పెట్టుకోండి. Clear? ఎందుకంటే 9 రాసుకోవడం కొద్దిగా టైం కన్జ్యూమింగ్ అది. And again, every time you need to check out for and 30 days and 31 days and so number of days in each of this month. And 9 persons, then 9 people were there. They were born in 9 different months. What are the months we have? The months are January, then next one, March, April, Jan, March, April, May, next one, next to May, August, and September, August, September, October, November, and December. October, November, and December. Then how many are there? There are some 9 persons. 9 people stay on these 9 different floors of a. They were born in 9 different months. Then coming to condition number 1. మా చెప్పండి ఫస్ట్ కండిషన్ ఏముంది ఇందులో? 9 persons, 9 different months. Now the first one is only 3 persons between T and S. Now in between T and S, how many? There are exactly 3. S was born in a month which is having 30 days. S born in the month which is having 30 days, S can be in the month of April. Now if S is in the month of April, 1, 2, 3, T will be here, that is one possible. Then what is the other possibility we have? S can be in the month of September. Now S September, there are 3 persons means T must be in the month of March. Then next one, and one more possibility, S in the month of October. Then there are 3 persons, T must be in the month of May. Then S was born. Only 2 people between V and Q. Now in between V and Q, how many people? There are exactly 2 people. And Q who was born before S. Now Q was born before S. And Q was born before S. S is older than P. That means Q, S and P must be in this order. And in between Q and S, there could be some or may not be some. Then S is older than P. And as many persons between V and R. As born before V, after R. Now V and R, we need to have equal number of persons. Before V, after R. And U was born in a month having 30 days. Now U born in the month of which is having 30 days. And U and R are born in immediate days. Immediate months U and R. Then next one, immediate months, W is older than these 2 persons, P and X. Now this is what the information provided here. Then from here onwards, let us start with this U. Clear? Ma U born in the month which is having 30 days. Now 30 days in this one, U can be in the month of September. Clear? And if U is in the month of September, then U and R are adjacent to each other, R must be here. Now if R is here, V and R, there are 4 persons before this R and 4 persons must be after this V. V and R must be in the same month. Is it possible? No, which implies that U cannot be in the month of September. If U cannot be in the month of September, U must be in the month of November. U is here, then R will be here. R is here, V will be here. Then R and V, we are done with this. Then next one, V and Q, there must be exactly 2 people, 2 is here. Then Q, S and P. Now S is before this Q, which is not possible. And this case is completely ruled out. Then what is the other possibility we have? Then coming back to this one, U. Can we have U in the month of April? Mondot's got the 13. Then R will be in the month of May. If R in the month of May, there are 3 persons before this R. 3 must be after this V, which is not possible. Hence, U cannot be in the month of April. And U cannot be in the month of April. Then September is also not possible. U must be in the month of November. U in the month of November, 2 possibilities for this R. And can we have R at this place? 1 possible. If R is here, S will be here. R and S. Sorry, V is here. Now V is here. V and Q, how many people? There are exactly 2 people, 2 is here. Now Q, S and P must be here. Q, S and V and R done. And U and R are adjacent to each other. W is earlier than both P and X. Now this W is earlier than both P as well as X. Done? Now this is the final arrangement. Now that is from question numbers 90 to 94. Then 95 onwards, boxes. How many boxes? Only 7 boxes were there without a parameter. Definitely under the first priority. 95 to 99. Now 7 boxes were there. A, F, G, H, K, L and M. Now if you observe here in today's puzzles, in all the puzzles, definite informations were not given. Clear? That is the reason we are writing this entire information separately and trying out the possibilities. Now again, first set if you observe here, must 66 to 70. Then if you have started with the very last statement, ma inka easy ga ayipotundi meeku. Endadi A sits adjacent to both B and H. Ma akkadi nunchi modalu pedthe inka early ga avutundi. Iటువంటి స్టేట్మెంట్ ఉందో లేదో మనకు తెలియదు. ఎగ్జామ్లో కూడా యూ కెనాట్ గెస్ దిస్ వన్, రైట్? అందుకే యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్గా ఫస్ట్ నుంచి వెళ్ళిపోతున్నాం మనం. ఇక లాస్ట్కి వచ్చే టైంకి ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఇదే ఎర్లీ స్టార్టింగ్లో ఇచ్చి ఉంటే ఇంకా ఎర్లీగా అవుతుంది మీకు. దెన్ కమింగ్ టు క్వశ్చన్ నెంబర్స్ 91 onwards. Now in this 91 onwards, and 9 people were there, అయిపోయింది కదా, and 91 to 95 done, 94. Then 95, there are some 7 boxes. Now 7 boxes stacked one above the other. Only 2 in between H and M. Only 2 in between H and M. How many possibilities? 2 possibilities. Now H can be before this M or H can be after this M. Now in between H and M, how many? There are only 2. Altogether there are 4. And more than 2 boxes between L and G. Now between L and G, how many? More than 2 means greater than or equals to 3. And G which is kept immediately above H. Now G is kept immediately above H. Now G is kept immediately above H. Saripenda leda? G is kept immediately above H. Then, now in between L and G, how many were there? There must be exactly greater than or equals to 3. Now can we have L before this one? And if you take L before this one, then how many possibilities we have? It is not at all possible because the number of boxes will be more than 7. Hence L must be after this G. As L is after this G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then can we have L at this place or not? Yes, there is a possibility here. And another possibility, L can be, and again one more place below. Now if you start with this L at this place, L and G in the first case you have taken, there are exactly 4. L and G, G which is kept immediately above H, and E is kept in the middle of L and H. Now E is in the middle of L and H, then where should this be? E must be immediately above this M. Saripenda leda? Middle, exactly between. F is adjacent to neither L nor M. F is not adjacent to L and M, and only 3 in between F and K. In between F and K, how many were there? There must be exactly 3. Exactly 3 in between F and K, F and K, 1, 2, 3, you cannot have above this one. Then you will have more than 7. Hence, then the other one must be F or K must be here. And L is not adjacent to, information. F is not adjacent to L and M. As F is not adjacent to L and M, F cannot be at the bottom. As F cannot be at the bottom, then where should this F be? F is in between H and E, and K must be here. Then F, only 3 in between F and K, K which is kept below M, K is kept below M. Done? And this is the final arrangement. 95 to 99. Then coming to question number 100. Now in this 100, now if it is possible to make only one meaningful English word with, and 2579. What are the letters we have? 2579. 2 and 5, 7, 9. And what are the letters we have? A, M, K, R. And with the help of this, and what is the word that can be formed? Mark. Then, which of the following will be the third letter? What is the third letter? R. R that is given in choice to question number 100. Done? Again. As any number series questions in this paper? Mark 51. Then 51 to 55. Number series 51 to 55. Now parallels. Now 15, 16. Now 15 and 16. Again 53 to 135. Number at least multiplied by 2.5 times. Hence combination if you observe here. Now 15 and 16. 15 into how much? Into 1 plus 1. Now 16 into 1.5, 24 plus 1.5. into 2 plus 2 into 2.5 plus 2.5. Then starting with 7. Now you need to find out C. 7 into 1 plus 1, 8. 8 into 1.5, 12 plus 1, 13. Clear? And plus 1 kadama, 16 into 120 plus 1.5. Then here it is, now 13.5. Now 13.5 into 2 plus 2 and 27 plus 2, 29. 29 choice 1, question number 51. Then 52, now number from 175 to 696. Number has been multiplied by how many times? So 4 times. Now this is into 4 minus 4. Now this one into 3. And 36 into 3 is so much? Now 36 into 3 osunda. Now into 5. Now 36 into 5 is so much? 180. Now this is into 5 minus 5 into 4 minus 4. Then next one into 6 minus 6 into 7 minus. We cannot directly start with the 2 and 7. Then starting with the 7. Again you need to find out C. 7 into 7 minus 7, 42. 42 into 6 minus 6, how much? 42 into 6. 252 minus 6, 248. Mandana kada? Then next one, what is the next number we have? And next one, into 5 minus 5. 242 into 5 means 1210. Clear? 1210 minus 5, 12. Not 240, not 246 osunda. Then 42 into 6 and 52. 52 minus 6, 246. 246 means now 1230. And 1230 minus 5, 1225, choice 3, 52. Then 53. Now in this 53, 504 to 1500. Now this is into 3 plus how much? 3. Then 125 into 4 is how much? 4. Then this is into 5 plus 5 into 6 plus 6. Again starting with 3. Now again starting with 5. Now 5 into 6 plus 6, how much? 36. Now 36 into 5 plus 5, how much? 185. And 185 into 4 plus 4, how much? 185 into 4 and 370, 370, 740 plus 4, 744. Now 744 into 3 plus 3. 4 into 3, 12 plus 3, 5. And last digit is 5. Then what is your answer here? Then in this one, 700 into 3, 2000 and 2235. Sarvenda? Then next one, 54. Now in this 54, 5 and 6. Now 5 into 1 plus 1. Now 6 into 2 plus 8. Into 1 plus 1 cube into 2 plus 2 cube. Now into 3 plus 27, 87. Into 4 plus 64. And similarly starting with 3. Now 3 into 1 plus 1 cube. That is 4. 4 into 2. 8 plus 8, 16. Now 16 into 3. 48 plus 27. 48 plus 27, 75. And 75 into 4 plus 64. And 300 plus 64, 364 choice. Into 1 plus 1 cube, into 2 plus 2 cube, and so on. Then 55, 12 and 22. What is the difference we have? Into 2. 12 into 2, 40, 24 minus 2. 22 into 2, 44 minus 2. Now 42 into 2, 84 minus 2, and so on. Into 2 minus 2. Similarly, starting with what? 29. Now 29 into 2 minus 2. 29 into 2, 58 minus 2, 56. 56 into 2 minus 2. Mantos in the 56 into 2 minus 2. 1 and 110. 110 into 2 minus 2. 218. 218 into 2 minus 2. And 436 minus 2, 434. Now the question is about into 2 minus 2. That is 68. 868 minus 2, 866. 866 choice to 55. Clear?